Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5. Today, we will present about our chosen general title, which is Islamic Work Ethics and Employee Performance, the role of Islamic motivation, effective commitment, and job satisfaction. The purpose of this study is to explain how Islamic motivation, job satisfaction, and effective commitment relate to Islamic work ethics and employee performance across a range of industries. This research was carried out in Kazakhstan, Iran, and Muscat. The Islamic work ethics variable was used to conduct an empirical investigation for this study. 200 workers from a variety of industries and professions who work in different fields participated in the study. The analysis of moment structure AMOS program was utilized to assist in the processing of data through structural equation modeling SEM. The study's findings demonstrates a strong and positive correlation between Islamic motivation and work satisfaction. So, we go next to the contents of our presentation. Includes introduction, issues, challenges, impacts, recommendations, and conclusion.
Islamic work ethics are a system of moral and behavioral precepts that are drawn from Islamic teaching and serve as a framework for an individual's behavior and attitude in the workplace. These ethics are founded on the value and precepts found in the Hadith and the Quran. Islamic work ethics are expected to conduct themselves morally, carry out their duties with diligence, and make valuable contribution to the organization while respecting Islamic value. Finding out how Islamic work ethics affect Islamic motivation, emotional commitment, job happiness, and employee performance is the aim of this study on Islamic work ethics.
The issue is to determine Islamic work ethics' role in influencing Islamic motivation, effective commitment, job satisfaction, and employee performance. It happens in various cross-sectoral and cross-profession employees such as government and private workers, soldiers, and educators. This study explores the link between Islamic work ethics, employee performance, and motivation. There is a positive influence of Islamic work ethics on Islamic motivation and job satisfaction, and there is a significant effect of job satisfaction on employee performance, but there is no impact of Islamic work ethics on employee performance. The recent research by Getani, Imani, Sedamiri, and Farodi in 2019 about Islamic work ethics and organizational commitment mediated by intrinsic motivation mentions a positive relationship between intrinsic motivation and work satisfaction. Still, the relationship is negative when work ethics is directly related to commitment organization. In the past 30 years, Islamic philosophers and psychologists offered several concepts about Islamic motivation, such as the Taqwa model and the Khawfaraja model. But Saliu said there is no clear theory that discuss Islamic motivation. However, he found that there are many sources of Islamic teachings, both from Al-Quran and Hadith, that convey message or encouragement to work hard. The first key issue to consider is Islamic work ethics and their influences. The core principle is that Islam emphasizes diligence, honesty, trustworthiness, fairness, and social responsibility in work. These principles can positively impact employee performance by fostering dedication, integrity, and ethical conduct. Next is work as worship. The concept of ibadah or worship in Islam can extend to one's work, adding meaning and purpose beyond merely earning a living. This can enhance motivation and job satisfaction. Lastly, Islam encourages a balanced approach to work and life, emphasizing personal well-being and fulfilling religious obligations. This balance can lead to reduced stress and burnout, potentially boosting performance. Second key issue is the role of motivation and commitment. Effective commitment relates to emotional attachment to the organization and its values. Islamic work ethics, when aligned with organizational values, can strengthen effective commitment, leading to increased effort and loyalty. In addition, Islamic principles can intrinsic motivation by aligning work with personal values and the desire to contribute to society. This can lead to greater job satisfaction and improved performance. Last but not least, standard reward practice remain relevant and ensuring fair compensation and recognition can complement the intrinsic motivators derived from Islamic work ethics. Some challenges arise in implementing Islamic work ethics. First, on the application and interpretation. The different approach to work ethics may occur from different interpretations of Islamic principles. It might sometimes be challenging to apply these principles to specific employment situations. The second is external factors. Regardless of personal work ethics, organizational culture, leadership style, and economic situations can have a big impact on employee performance and motivation. The third challenge is individual difference. If every worker brings a different set of values, motivation, and experience to the workplace, thus different people may experience Islamic work ethics differently.
Okay, now let's move to impact. There are two impacts occur refers to this issue, which are positive and negative impacts. The first positive impact is Islamic values and motivation. Islamic values emphasize labor as a form of loyalty and community service. Muslims who find their meaning in their profession beyond financial gain become more motivated and dedicated. Their desire to uphold religious duties and contribute to society motivates them to work hard. Their intrinsic value encourage perseverance, commitment, and a continuous quest for improvement, elevating motivation beyond financial benefits. Second impact is greater emotional deviation. Islamic precepts promote faithfulness and dedication to employers, fostering a sense of community and belonging. This fosters emotional commitment, deepening employees' bond with the company. This community fosters open communication, emotional stability, and a happy work atmosphere, encouraging emotional involvement in the organization success rather than personal growth. Lastly, is job satisfaction. Islamic values foster moral behavior, fair treatment, and respect for all, leading to a positive work environment. This fosters job satisfaction, confidence, self-worth, independence, and creativity. It also promotes independence and control, encourage employees to go above and beyond, thereby boosting work happiness. Now, let's move to negative impact. The first negative impact is conflict in Islamic ethics. Religious interpretation can sometimes lead to conflict with company rules, despite Islamic work ethics promoting constructive behavior, such as conflicting work schedule or clothing rules with religious duties. Second is preventing stereotyping and misinterpretations. To ensure inclusive work ethics, sensitivity and awareness are crucial to prevent stereotyping and misinterpretation. Non-Muslim workers may feel alienated by religious rituals, leading to miscommunication and hostility. Inclusion involves creating an environment where all faiths feel appreciated and honored. The last impact is integration challenges in non-Muslim workplace. Integrating Islamic work standards in non-Muslim environments may be challenging due to potential changes to schedule or rules, which may not be deemed acceptable or understandable by all employees. That's all from me.
For the recommendation of the Islamic work ethics and their influence issue, examining the following core concepts would be necessary for a comprehensive analysis of Islamic work ethics. The first one is trustworthiness. As we can see over the text in the Hadith and Quran, it highlights the need to be trustworthy in all commercial dealings and affects co-worker relationships and the culture of the workplace as a whole. Other than that, there is fairness and justice. As we know, it examines Islamic perspectives on equity and justice in the workplace. It also analyzes the effects for these ideas on decision-making process, employee treatment policies, and dispute resolution practice. Furthermore, diligence and excellence also investigate the relationship between the Islamic concept of ihsan, which means excellence, and the workplace. This is how we can see Muslims are expected to fulfill their obligation with diligence and to pursue their careers with excellence. For the recommendation of the role, motivation, and commitment issue. It can analyze this topic and its ramification for Islamic teachings. The first one is intrinsic motivation. This can be proven when it examines how Islamic teachings promote intrinsic motivation with a focus on the purpose, niyyah, that motivates one's actions in order to discuss how economic activity that complies with moral standards boosts drive and commitment. Furthermore, Islamic values as motivational factors also analyze how the Islamic values of gratitude, modesty, and compassion spur economic activity. Based on this point, it will discuss real-world examples of business or individuals who abide by these values. Last but not least, there is entrepreneurship and innovation, which can analyze the significance of drive and commitment in Islamic business. This is how Islamic principles encourage being creative, taking calculated actions, and launching your own company while always putting morality first.
This study research reveals important conclusions about how Islamic work ethics affect Islamic motivation, emotional commitment, job satisfaction, and worker performance, and what the implication of that. It also highlights what possible advantage of incorporating Islamic work principle into the workplace and exhorts manager to think about Islamic-related training and development program in order to improve worker performance.